Hey gang, me Joe V with RCGroups.com. Today we're going to be checking out the Hubsan X4 Storm. So the X4 Storm comes ready to fly out of the box. It comes complete with your 2.4 gigahertz transmitter, your quad, a rechargeable LCD screen that also records video, a set of goggles for your video screen, spare props, and a screwdriver. The X4 Storm comes with a 720p video camera already pre-installed. It also comes with the 710 milliamp 2S LiPo. The only thing that you'll need that you won't have is the batteries for the remote. One of the things I'll say about the X4 is that it performs really well for a quad this size in this price range. It's very fast, it's very maneuverable, and it handles everything really nicely. As you can see, I've got a little bit of dirt on the prop, so I did put it in a couple of times. Caught a couple of tree branches, caught the ground once trying to make a tight turn, and it bounced right up and was ready to go. It does have a location beeper on the bottom to be able to help you find it if you crash and can't see where it's at. And it also has a low battery warning that connects to the transmitter. So if your battery starts getting low, it beeps really loud to let you know that you're about out of batteries. That information also displays on your LCD screen. And because of my eyes, I was not able to take advantage of the set of goggles. I can't wear my glasses and be able to see the screen. So I actually paired it up with my Fat Sharks. And it does have a on-screen display of your battery power right on your screen for you. So that's kind of nice. One of the things that I will tell you that was not in the instructions is it has a couple of features on here that it doesn't tell you about. First of all, this button here turns on the bright white LED that's on the back. It also has the LEDs on the back, so it has the red in the back and the white in the front. This is a nice feature because if you don't need the light, then you can save a little bit of battery time and get a little bit of extra time in the air if you don't need to have the light on. One of the things that it doesn't cover in the manual is that this also has 3D flip and roll, and it also has rates. So it doesn't tell you this in the manual, but if you press down on the left stick, that initiates flip and roll mode. You push down the stick and then you move the right stick to whatever direction you want to flip or roll in, and it will flip and roll on its own. It actually recovers pretty well. I did notice that I was having to give it a little bit of throttle after a flip or a roll because it wants to fall off a little bit, but for the most part it handles it really well. Now I wanted to point this out too. It also has a trim right here on top, but this is only for the ailerons. It does not have a way to trim forward and backwards. So my particular version of this quad wants to fall off backwards. There are no trim adjustments on this remote to be able to adjust for that. I would say that's something that they need to address in the future. They put the trim buttons for the aileron here, but they did not put any trim buttons on this side. All this is your camera. So this one takes video and this one take a picture with your monitor. As you can see, your monitor will clip right to your transmitter. Typical fashion for this type of a quad. It works really well. Screen's really bright and you can see everything pretty good. The on-screen display is on there that gives you your battery life information, tells you whether or not you're in picture mode or video mode. It actually works really well. Again, with my eyes, I wasn't able to really make good use of this. It also fits inside these in typical fashion for this type of a setup. You just clip your screen inside the goggles and then you can wear the goggles. This actually fits really comfortable. I like the softness of the foam around the outside edge. Some of the other ones I've seen in the past, this foam was a little hard and made it uncomfortable. This is actually fairly soft and fits really well. The problem I was having is there's no diopter adjustment inside here, and I was unable to see the screen clearly. Somebody with good eyes would have no problems at all using this. The actual picture on the screen is really good. I do have to say I found the X4 Storm to be very durable. I had a couple of pretty hard hits with this one when I was out flying it, and all I did was nick the props. Everything else on it is perfectly fine. One of the things that I did want to point out though is when you crash this, it doesn't shut off right away. Most of the quads on the market today, if you crash them, the props shut off almost immediately. This one actually sits on the ground and still runs for a few seconds. I see this as being something that they might want to address with some future updates to this one. It does have a data port, so I'm guessing that's going to be for future updates. I'm hoping that's something that they will address in the future. Well, gang, that about does it for the Hubsan X4 Storm. Now let's get this bad boy outside and see how she does.